Although today's class is on two clubs and the fourth suit, I want to begin by doing a little bit more with you on protocols and alerts. These are very important, and I don't know at what point they need to be covered. At the club level, they're not being covered at the club level, so I thought I would like to start off today with some very important protocol as well as some of the new alerts that are coming down the pike. The first one there, if your partner fails to alert one of your bids, do not make a gesture, do not make a frown, do not go, don't you know you're supposed to alert? You don't say a word, keep a stoic face. He's forgotten to alert your bid. You don't need to get in a tizzy. Should your side end up playing the hand, you end up being the declarer, you must tell your opponents that there was a failure to alert before the opening lead is made. So let's say I have bid a heart and my partner makes a forcing no trump bid, and I don't say forcing. Now she should not ever say a word, but if I end up playing this hand in four hearts, she needs to say, before you make your lead, there was a failure to alert. And probably the best idea is to call the director so that both sides are protected, and just simply say there was a failure to alert. What was the failure? When I bid one no trump, she should have alerted my bid and said forcing. So on the other side, if you're bidding along and your partner failed to alert one of your bids, if you're on defense, you do not have to say there was a failure to alert, because you see, if you say at that point, now you're giving information to your partner that he blew it. He was supposed to alert one of your bids and he didn't do so. If you're on defense, you don't say there was a failure to alert, because now that gives your partner information that he forgot to alert your bid. So you see, when you're on defense, if there was a failure to alert one of your bids, neither one of you, you and your partner say a word. However, if you are the declarer of the hand, before the opening lead, you must say, before you lead, there was a failure to alert, and call the director. I think it's always better to call the director anytime any decision has to be made. On the second bullet there, if you alert your partner's bid, you don't need to give any further explanation unless they ask. All you need to say is alert. You don't go into any description. She has this, she has that, whatever. You don't say anything unless they ask. If they ask, then you give a concise, succinct response. You don't need to give a large amount of detail. If they ask more questions, then you try to just simply answer their question, but you don't need to give extra information. You just simply answer the question. If you open a suit, which could be shorter than 3, if you open a club or a diamond, many times you don't have it 3. If your club can be shorter than 3, then you must announce. You don't say alert, you announce the minimum number of cards your partner holds in the suit. So if your partner opens a club and it could be shorter than 3, if you have at least 3 and you know that she's got at least 3, you don't say anything. But if it's shorter than 3, if it could be shorter than 3, you must say, she may have 0 clubs, she may have 1, she may have 2. That's all you say. Short is 2. I play with John. When he opens a club, I say, could be 2. Could be short as 2. Players who play the strong precision club, they may not have any clubs. They're just showing at least a 15 or 16 high card points when they open. It's not sufficient to simply say it could be short. And that's what I'm hearing many people say, could be short. You don't say could be short. You say could be short as 2. Could be short as 1. She could have 0 clubs. That's the proper way to say it. Now, this next one is one that you are not used to, and it's going to take you a while to get used to it, but this is the new way to do the transfer bid. When there is a transfer bid, you say the suit your partner has. For example, if you've opened a no trump and she bids 2 diamonds, you're all saying transfer. That's not the way to do it anymore. You simply say she has hearts. If I were to bid 2 hearts over 1 no trump, you don't say transfer, you say she has spades. If I say 2 no trump over to 1 no trump and I'm playing 4-way transfers, I say she has diamonds. If I play 2 spades over 1 no trump, I say she has clubs. So the transfer bids, you don't, I mean, I think we're all going to say transfer. I'd say transfer to hearts or transfer to spades. But I think the way that ACBL is wanting you to do it is just say she has hearts. Say the suit to which you know you're being transferred to. Now, this next one, I don't mean to pick on anybody. I think that you're so involved in the hand that you're not really paying attention to the time that passes. But in the bidding, we're in the process of bidding a hand. There is a long hesitation by one of the bidders, and then he or she passes. This gives a lot of information to his partner. You have gone in a huddle for what seemingly seems to be at least a minute, which seems to be an eon. Normally what happens, your partner is going to be barred from the bidding because she's, unless you've gone in a trance or a coma over there, you're not going to pause for 20 to 30 seconds and then pass. You see what I'm saying there? If your partner does make a bid after you have done a long pause and then pass, she better have her bid, because you opponents, you need to call the director if there's a long pause and then a pass. And then all of a sudden, the partner of that person that made that long pass comes in there and makes a bid. Always call the director. The director will decide if, in fact, the 4th person to bid to that hand actually has her bid, his or her bid. If they don't, then an adjustment will have to be made, because he or she had access to the fact that you paused a long time and passed. It's all right to pause a long time and then make a bid, but to pause a long time and then pass, that is unethical, and it could result in your partner being barred from bidding. Now, she can bid, but you're more than likely going to have the director called on you, and you better have your bid of 4 spades if you, in fact, come in bidding 4 spades after a long pause by your partner. So that's just something for you to be aware of. This next one, you want to play in tempo. On a difficult hand, you should take all the time you need to plan to play your hand and to actually play the hand. But you don't want to be slow on every single round. Now, normally a director will say, we'll say, slow people, speed up a little bit, you're holding up the game. But if invariably every single round you are maybe on the second hand and everybody else is already through, you need to find some way to speed it up a little bit. One of the suggestions I would make to you is do not discuss any of the 3 hands. Let's say you're playing 3 boards around. Don't discuss board 1, don't discuss board 2 or board 3 until you get through playing. Play all 3 hands before you come back. Partner, what did you mean by this bid? Don't do it right after the hand is played. Come back to it if you have time before the round is called. And if you do discuss any hand, you want to do so quietly. People that can't hear anything at the table when you say it, if they're 3 tables away from you, they can hear, partner, you should have got us to a slam on number 5. Now, everybody who hadn't played number 5 has heard, I believe there's a slam on number 5. People hear this stuff. So it's best if you are going to discuss the hands, maybe you've finished your 3 boards, if you're discussing them, to do so quietly. First of all, it's just polite to all the people around you who are still trying to think and play their hands. Also, it keeps little ears from hearing, you got to get the slam on board 5. Now, as far as during the play of the hand, the only person speaking aloud should be the declarer. The rest of you need to keep your mouth shut, keep a stoic face. You don't need to be saying, sorry, partner, well, I bid too much, or whoa, that was a stupid lead, or, all these exasperating sighs, or sorry, partner, or, well, I wish I'd bid something else. We all do it. I do it. But really, the only person who should be saying anything aloud is the declarer when she or he calls for a card from the dummy. 5 of spades, 6 of diamonds, or whatever. Play small. The rest of you, the other 3 players, need to just keep a passive face and to just simply play. If you kibitz, that means you watch another table play. And by the way, you cannot watch any table playing if you have not already played that set of boards. If you do, you must not speak. If one of the opponents, one of the people playing the hand turns and say, well, what did y'all play in it? You do not speak. You just say, I'm not allowed to speak. You're simply watching. When you leave the table, it's unethical to discuss with your partner, well, they got to 4 spades and we got to the slam. No, you don't discuss the hand. If you do watch, you sit there quietly. You do not make any gestures. Normally, the proper protocol is to watch one hand and one hand only. Some people sit kind of in between where they can see one hand on this side and one on this other. In a tournament, they won't let you do that. You have to pick one of the people you're going to watch and you watch them. And I'll repeat from last week, I don't, gloating or bragging is just so rude and so out of place. If you played a hand nicely, you know you did. And your partner doesn't need to say, way to go, partner, wow. No. But on the other hand, if your opponents made a nice lead or they played a hand well or they did it well, it is goodwill to say, nice play, opponents, or good job playing that hand. That was a difficult hand, or, you know, your lead killed me or whatever. It's fine to compliment your opponents, but to start bragging on your partner, how great he or she was, this has no place. So people do it, and it's just plain rude. It's just plain rude. All right, let's move now into the actual lesson for today. I'm going to begin with the strong 2 club opening bid. I think all of you are familiar with when your partner opens 2 clubs, he has a very strong hand and he needs very little from you to make game. Sometimes he'll have at least 22 high card points. Sometimes he'll have maybe a 6 or 7 card suit headed by the ace, king, queen. But anyway, he's within 1.5 tricks of making whatever game in his own hand. So he needs very little from you to make game. And I would caution you, if you don't really have the 2 club strong hand, you're going to pay a price if you open it, because if you open 2 clubs and I am your partner or anybody else is your partner, I'm expecting you to have at least 22 high card points or at least that long, powerful suit. And I'm going to be making my bids accordingly. And we may get too high and you didn't, when your hand comes down, you really didn't have your 2 club opener. So yeah, I had somebody open 2 clubs on me the other day and didn't have an 18 high card points. Well, I have 10. We get to slam and her hand comes down, 19 high card points or 18, whatever it was. And she says, well, partner, I had 6 diamonds to the ace, king, queen. That's not a 2 club opening hand. So we paid the price. So you want to make sure you have either the 22 plus high card points or that you have a long, powerful suit and you've got within 1.5 tricks of game. The main thing is if your partner opens a 2 club bid and you have 0 points, minus 0 points, you cannot pass. You absolutely cannot pass. You have to make a bid. So I'm going to tell you now this first set of responses that you can make are what I was taught, what maybe novices and beginning players are taught, but most people are not playing these bids now. So if you bid 2 diamonds, it doesn't need to be alerted. It is simply a waiting bid. If you have a 5 card suit headed by 2 of the top 3 owners, such as the ace, king, queen, and you have at least 8 high card points, you can bid that suit. If you have 8 to 10 balanced hand, you can bid 2 no trump. People normally are not playing these bids now. As I say, this is what maybe you would teach a novice group, beginners, or whatever. What people are playing more now is you bid the 2 diamond waiting. Most people are playing 2 diamonds and waiting for their partner to make that second bid. All right, so I've opened 2 clubs and my partner bids 2 diamonds. Here are some of the bids I can make. I can bid 2 no trump, which limits my hand to 22 to 24 high card points. So you are now the captain I have limited my hand. Once you limit your hand, now the responder is the captain. I've bid 2 clubs. She bids 2 diamonds. I bid 2 no trump. She's now the captain. She knows I'm 22 to 24. Depending on her hand, will either be she can pass, she can explore for a 4-card major suit Stayman bid, or do a transfer bid, or bid 3 no trump, bid 4 clubs Gerber, asking for aces. She may be interested in a slam or whatever. But once the 2 club person rebids to no trump, she's no longer the captain. If I open 2 clubs, my partner bids 2 diamonds, and I bid 2 hearts or 2 spades, I'm showing at least 5 plus in the suit. And all I need from you is 3 card support. So if I've bid 2 hearts, if you have 3 hearts, you want to say 3 hearts. If my second bid is 3 clubs or 3 diamonds, I'm normally showing a 6-card suit and an unbalanced hand. And then I'm going to explain the Kokesh bids a little bit later. Just hold those for now. But normally you're going to be bidding 2 no trump, you're going to be bidding a hearts or spades, or you're going to be bidding diamonds or clubs. Those are the rebids normally made by the person who opened 2 clubs. All right. Let's look at the responders rebids. Your partner's opened 22 high card points and has a 5-card suit. You don't need much, 3 or 4 high card points to put him in game, 10 high card points to put him in a possible slam. So if your partner bids 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by you, and he bids 2 hearts, if you have 3 hearts, bid 3 hearts. And now he's the captain. He knows you have 3 hearts with him. If you have no suit agreement yet, you can bid a 5-card suit of your own or 2 no trump. If the opener's second bid happens to be 2 no trump, for example, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, he rebids 2 no trump, you can now use Stayman to ask for a 4-card major, or you can make one of the transfer bids, like 3 diamonds, she has hearts. How to tell your partner that you have a bust. Now, I don't know. I'm going to probably make enemies of at least 15 people I know, but a lot of people use the 2-heart bid, 2 clubs, 2 hearts to show a bust. That has to be alerted. And it says I have less than 3 points. And I have no aces. And I have less than 3 points, 3 or less points. That is so out of style. People are still using it, but I don't. There are other ways to show you have a bust than to bid that artificial 2-heart bid. So I don't want you all to use it at all. But I probably, if anybody is watching any of this at the lessons, they're probably going to be squawking at me, but squawk on. All right, the first example. Your partner's open 2 clubs, you bid 2 diamonds, he rebids 2 no trump, showing 22 to 24 high card points. This is one of the times that you can pass. If your hand is something like that, which is terrible, your partner is probably not going to make 2 no trump. You simply pass. This is one of the 2 times that you can pass. Partner's open 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by you. Partner bids 2 no trump. You know 22 to 24. Even if he's got 24 and you have 2, which makes 26, the likelihood of his making this hand are about, well, I'd say less than 50% anyway. So you can pass in this particular scenario. The second time that you can show the bust is your partner opens 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by you. He bids 2 hearts or 2 spades. You cannot pass. You have to make another bid. Now, above, once they rebid 2 no trump, you can pass. But if they bid 2 hearts or 2 spades, you have to make another bid. So how do you show your partner that you have a really bad hand? You bid the cheapest suit you can, in this case, 3 clubs, because remember, 2 clubs is artificial, it's just showing a big hand. 3 clubs, it has to be alerted, and it tells your partner that you have a negative response. Now, if your partner rebids 3 hearts or 3 spades or whatever he bid, you can now pass. That's the second time you can pass. And certainly with holding the hand you have here, if your partner 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and he bids 2 hearts, let's say, you bid 3 clubs, telling him I have a bust, I have an awful, terrible hand. If he just simply rebids 3 hearts, you can now pass. So those are the times you can pass, showing that you have a very weak hand. Initially, the only time you can pass is if partner bids 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump. You can pass right there. That shows the second negative. If your partner, however, has bid a suit, you make your second bid, you bid the cheapest suit you can. It's showing that you have a negative hand. Partner rebids a suit, you can now pass. Partner, knowing you have a really weak hand in that second example, if he has an absolute colossal hand, he can say 4 hearts or 4 spades or whatever he's bid, and that's where it plays. You're going to pass. You're not making another bid. All right, let's look at hand number 1. You look at the opener's hand. Sorry. You look at the opener's hand. Opener has 22 high card points. You should open, of course, 2 clubs with this hand. When you look at the responder's hand, responder has 6 high card points. So responder knows this is going to go to game, but it's not going to go to slam. And he's just expecting game on this hand. So he bids 2 diamonds. The opener bids 2 hearts. You have 3 hearts. You have the jack third of hearts. You simply raise the 3 hearts. Now, when partner bids 4 hearts, when the opener bids 4 hearts, that's where it plays. Your partner has got to do something else. If he's thinking about slam, he's got to either bid 4 spades kickback or 4 no trump if you play key card Blackwood. The fact that the opener bid 4 hearts, that's where it plays. He's the captain, not you. You have told him you have 3 hearts and that you have a few points when you bid 3 hearts, when you raise his hearts to 3 hearts. All right, that's the first hand. Let's look at the second hand. The second hand, the opener again has the 22 high card points, opens 2 clubs. Wait a minute. Turn the page over. It has the 22 high card points, and you have 6 high card points. Opens 2 clubs. You bid 2 diamonds. You know this is going to go to game somewhere. He rebids 2 no trump. You know he has 22 to 24 high card points. You do not have a 4 card major. You do not have a 5 card major. You simply bid 3 no trump. And that's where it plays. See, the opener has limited her hand. Once she says 2 no trump, she's limited her hand to 22 to 24 high card points. You, the responder, you have no reason to bid 3 clubs asking for a 4 card major. You have no reason to do any kind of transfer. You simply say 3 no trump. You are the captain. You know your 6 added to the minimum of 22 gives enough for a 3 no trump game. And so that's what you do. That's where you place it. So in that first hand, the opener was the captain. In the second hand, the responder is the captain. Once one of the 2 players has limited his or her hand, the other player is the captain. All right, let's look at hand 3. Hand 3, the opener has the powerful suit, powerful diamond suit. But she also has 22 high card points. I think with this hand, you possibly could open, if you only had 19, let's say that you had a singleton X of hearts instead of the queen. I think that I would open 2 clubs with this hand because it is powerful. You have 7 diamonds, 8 with the club, 9 with the spade. Even if you did not have 22 high card points with hand number 3, you would open 2 clubs. Your partner bids 2 diamonds. Partner has 3 high card points. Not very much, does she? Your partner bids 3 diamonds. Now, when your partner makes that bid, he's showing at least 6 or 7 card diamond suit. You do have 3 points. And I would bid 3 no trump with that hand. Your partner you really can't pass because partner, you owe him 1 more bid. Let's put it that way. You owe him 1 more bid once he bids 3 diamonds. What's the best bid you can make? 3 no trump. number 4. Now this one is a little bit different. In hand number 4, you have the 22 high card points, and you have the long suit again. And the responder has quite a bit of more there in that hand. The other hand, hand 3, he didn't have but 3 high card points. But now here he's got a little bit more. Okay, so the opener is going to open two clubs. You, the responder, you have 8 high card points. You're going to make first bid of 2 diamonds. When your partner bids 3 diamonds, now you can roll in there and show that you have 5 hearts. You can, if you bid 3 hearts, you're showing 5 hearts. Well, the opener doesn't have but 1, but it's got stoppers in the clubs and got stoppers. It's a stopper in the spade would bid 3 no trump. And so now a 4 club bid by you is Gerber. It's asking for the number of aces that you have. A 4 no trump bid by you shows 3 aces. And so knowing your partner has 3 aces, what do you know? Responder is now the captain. Captain knows you have the ace of spades, so you have the ace king of spades. He knows that you have the ace of diamonds, and he knows that you have the ace of clubs. And so he puts it in 6 no trump, and I think it's going to make for sure, but not for certain. But I think probably you'd be very timid not to bid 6 no on that hand. But let's say instead of staying 4 no trump, your partner bid 4 diamonds showing none, 4 hearts showing 1, or 4 spades showing 2. Now I am the responder. I am the captain. If I say 4 no trump, it is not Blackwood or anything of that nature. It is a sign-off bid. Partner, I want to play this hand in 4 no trump. I explored by bidding 4 clubs. I explored to see if we had a possible 6 no trump game. But if you bid 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, or 4 spades, which I think if you open 2 clubs, you're certainly not going to bid 4 diamonds showing no aces. But you might bid 4 spades showing only 2. Then if I, the responder, bid 4 no trump, it is a sign-off. It is not key card or Blackwood or anything of that nature. It is a sign-off bid. I am the captain. The responder is the captain in that situation. Okay, hand number 5. Hand number 5, the opener has 23 high card points, opens 2 clubs, and you have 5 high card points. You respond 2 diamonds, and your partner bids 2 no trump, showing 22 to 24. She has limited her hand. And now a 3 club bid by you is not the second negative. 3 clubs by you is Stayman. So you have 4 spades. So you would like to see if you have a 4 spade bid. So before, when you bid 3 clubs, that was when your partner bid 2 hearts, and the 3 club bid by you was the second negative. Your partner rebids 2 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump. 3 clubs is now Stayman, asking for a 4 card major. And now the opener bids 3 spades, showing that she has 4 spades. And now you bid 4 spades. If you had a lot more points, you, the responder, once your partner bids 3 spades, and you know you have a 4-4 fit in the spade suit. If you had something like 10 or 11 or 12 high card points, responder, now you could bid 4 no trump, exploring to see if you have a slam, a spade slam. But you see, you don't have but the 5 high card points. You just simply bid 4 spades. The opener should pass. You are the captain. The responder is the captain in this situation. Now, if when you bid 3 clubs, he bid 3 spades, you simply bid 4 spades. But let's say that the opener bid 3 hearts. Well, so you don't have but 3 hearts. You got the queen, jack, third. Then you bid 3 no trump to play. Now your partner could still have 4 spades. He could have 4 hearts and he could have 4 spades. He will either pass 3 no trump, or knowing that you have 4 spades, if he also has 4 spades, he will now bid 4 spades. So you see, it's precision bidding. When partner bids 3 spades, I have 4 spades, so I'm going to say 4 spades. But if my partner bid 3 hearts, now I don't have it 3 hearts, Queen Jack third. My proper bid is to bid 3 no trump. If the opener to club bid also has 4 spades, he could be 4-4 in the majors. He can now bid 4 spades. But if he only had 3, let's say he just had 3 spades, he's going to pass 3 no trump. So that's how the precision bidding comes into place. Now this hand 6, I have kind of brought a lot of stuff in on this bid, so I'll try to make it as easy as I can. If you will look at the opener's hand down at the bottom where he has ace, ace, king 6, singleton 10, ace, king, queen, jack 5th. He's going to begin here. He has 22 high card points. Even if he had less points, I would open 2 clubs with that hand. And the responder, you look at her hand, she has 8 high card points. So she knows it's going to game. She makes the obligatory 2 diamond bid. Now, the opener has a 5 card heart suit. She has a 5 card diamond suit. You're never going to bid 3 diamonds holding 5 hearts. You're going to bid 2 hearts, opener. The responder has 3 hearts. Queen XX raises you to 3 hearts. So you see up above in the bidding, I have the A and B. If you play kickback, remember 4 spades over hearts is kickback key card asking for your key cards in the heart suit. So if you play 4 spades as kickback, a 4 no trump bid shows 1 or 4 key cards. If you use 4 no trump key card Blackwood, then a 5 club bid shows 1 or 4 cards. So whichever one you're using the 4 spade kickback, or you're using the 4 no trump key card Blackwood to ask your partner for her key cards in the heart as regard to the hearts. The response is going to be showing 1 or 4. All right, so when you know that your partner has 1 key card, you are the opener, you are the captain. You know that the 1 key card your partner has is the ace of diamonds because you have the ace of spades, you have the ace king of hearts, and you have the ace of clubs. That's 4 of the 5 key cards. Remember, the 5th key card is the king of trumps. So when your partner shows 1 key card, it has to be the ace of diamonds. So you're feeling pretty good here. You are the captain. So now you want to find out a little bit more about your partner's hand. Does she have the queen of hearts? Does she have any outside kings? So when you bid 5 diamonds, let's say 5 diamonds is the bid that you make, or 5 clubs. You would bid 5 clubs if you're using the 4 spade kickback, or 5 diamonds if you are using key card Blackwood. Whichever bid you make, you're asking your partner, do you have the queen of hearts and do you have an outside king? You, the responder, you don't have any outside kings, but you do have the queen of hearts. So your bid is 6 hearts. And now the opener comes back to her hand and she says, okay, we have 6 hearts to the ace, king, queen, jack. You know your partner has that queen and you know she has 3 of them. You know your partner is covering your diamond loser with the ace. You have no spade losers, and you have to hope that ace, king, queen, jack, X of clubs is good enough. You can put this hand either in 7 hearts or 7 no trump. It's probably, if you're going to make one of them, it's going to make both of them. The optimal contract would be the 7 no trump because you get 10 more points for it. So this one, you really have to know your bids, but look how beautiful it is. The responder did not have but 8 high card points, but she had the magic high card points. She had that ace of diamonds and she had that wonderful queen of hearts. So the captain in this hand has to be the opener. And so I wanted to give you examples of when the opener is the captain and when the responder is the captain. So this is the way that, this is just a discussion now of how that bidding, what I've just told you. All right, I want to talk about the Kokesh bids because this is something maybe you've not heard about, but you're not using it quite yet. It has one key advantage, and that's probably a big reason for using it. I do play it with a couple of my players. Partner is opened 2 clubs, and I have responded 2 diamonds. If my partner now bids 2 hearts, above you would have thought, okay, she has at least 5 hearts. That's her suit. I have to alert that bid. And when they ask, I don't say anything, but if they ask, I will say, I am forced to bid 2 spades. And now when I bid 2 spades, if my partner now bids to no trump, she is showing 25 plus high card points. Systems are on. The beautiful thing about the Kokesh bids, it allows you to show the 25 plus hand with the 2 no trump bid, which is before 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump. That's just showing 22 to 24. Or before, if you had to 25 plus, you've got to bid 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no trump. And you see, you don't, bidding it that way, it still shows the 25 plus points, but now your partner doesn't have a chance to bid Stayman or the transfer bids or anything like that. So you see the advantage here of being able to go through 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, alert. I'm forced to bid 2 spades. And now if my partner says 2 no trump, he's showing 25 plus points. And I say the system's on. Now I can bid 3 clubs to see if he's got a 4-card major. I can bid 3 diamonds, transferring him to hearts. You see, I have those bids available. Whereas if it's 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no trump, how am I going to explore for a 5-card? Maybe I've got 5 spades, or maybe I've got 4 in the majors. I don't have a chance to bid them. So this is just the big advantage of using the Kokesh the 2 club Kokesh bids. Let's say instead of rebidding 2 no trump showing 25 high card points, my partner simply rebids 3 clubs. So what he's showing is at least 5 hearts, at least 4 clubs, and 22 high card points. If he rebids 3 diamonds, he's showing 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, and at least 20. And it could be more. I mean, you know, it's a minimum. I'm just giving you the minimum there. A rebid of 3 hearts would show a 6-card heart suit, and a rebid of 3 spades would show 5 hearts and 4 spades. And remember, it could be more. I'm just saying the minimum that it could possibly be. The only one, a rebid of 3 hearts shows exactly at least 6 or more hearts. The second part of the Kokesh bids is as follows. Your partner bids 2 clubs, you bid 2 diamonds, and he bids 2 spades. You have to alert it, and you are forced to bid 2 no trump. So all you say initially is alert when he bids 2 spades. If they ask, okay, what is it? What is it? You say, I'm forced to bid 2 no trump. And then you subsequently, once they get through, if they ask them any questions, you put the 2 no trump card on the board. Now, if your partner bids 2 clubs, he's showing 5 spades, at least 5 spades for at least 4 clubs and 22. Same bids, 3 diamonds, at least 5 spades, at least 4 clubs. At least it should be a diamond there. I don't know why I put that. I don't know why I did that. Okay, that'll correct it. A rebid of 3 hearts would show 5 spades, at least 5 spades and 4 hearts. And if I rebid 3 spades, it's showing a 6-card suit, at least a 6-card suit. So the basic thing on the Kokesh bids is being able to show that 25-point high card point at the 2 level. And now you can use puppet, Stayman. If your partner opened 2 no trump, 3 clubs is puppet Stayman. If your partner bids in this sequence, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, alert, 2 spades, 2 no trump, 3 clubs now is puppet Stayman. And all your other bids are on. That's the main part of this Kokesh bid. They're allowing you to show the 25 plus high card points at the 2 levels, which allows your partner, the responder, now to use puppet Stayman or to use the transfer bids. Now, I want to talk a little bit. People are now beginning to put interfering bids, either a double or an overcall when somebody opens 2 clubs. I mean, and when I came through bridge, if somebody opened 2 clubs, you didn't open your mouth. Not true now. People are bidding their brains out. So if your partner opens 2 clubs, the way I play, they open 2 clubs and I'm the responder. A pass by me promises that I have a positive response. Now this, you may play something else, but I'm just telling you what I play. You got to have some kind of system. So my partner's opened 2 clubs and they doubled. If I pass, my partner has to alert it. And if they ask what I have, he or she has to say she has a positive response. If I redouble, it shows I have a negative response. So 2 clubs, double, redouble, has to be alerted. She does not have a positive response. 2 clubs, double, a pass by me, partner has to alert, she has a positive response. That's the way I play it with several of my partners. If the 2 clubs, it's more likely, well, I would think probably the only time they would double 2 clubs is they want a club lead. In competition, if your 2 clubs is overcalled at the 2 level, 2 clubs, maybe they bid 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, or 2 spades, a 2 level bid, a pass by you is a positive response. Your partner has to alert it. You know, there are people passing, making I think there's one guy in that Jefferson Plus game that passes and his partner alerts it. I have not figured out that bid yet, but anyway, this is one of the times you do have to alert a pass because you know information that the opponents are not going to know. If I double the overcall, then I am saying it's not a it's saying that I have a negative response. It's not saying and it has to be alerted. My partner has to say she does not have a positive response. Now you don't do anything but alert. If they ask what it means, that's when you tell them what it means. If I pass, it says she has a positive alert, she has a positive response. If I redouble, alert, she does not have a positive response. If there's an overcall and I pass, you alert, she has a positive response. If I double the overcall, the 2 club bidder says alert, they ask, you say she has a negative response. She does not have a positive response. You don't need to go into a lot of detail. That's all. They can ask further questions, but you don't need to go into a rigmarole telling them all this information. So it's very important, and I'll leave you with that last part there, when they put these interfering bids in, that you know what you're going to do. I think when they double 2 clubs, they're wanting a club lead. And of course, when they overcall 2 clubs, they ought to have a really good suit to do that. So you got to figure out, you and your partner, what you're going to do when the interfering either double or overcall is put in. It works very well. What I've told you, it works extremely well. You just have to remember to alert either the pass or the redouble or the double. You just have to, the overcall, the person who bid 2 clubs has to remember to alert those bids. All right, I want to move in now to the 4th suit, forcing. Your partner has opened the bidding and you also have opening hand. If he had not opened the bidding, you would have bid when it became your turn. You would have opened or made some bid. So when your partner has opening hand and you have opening hand, you got to be in game. And sometimes using standard bidding methods, it's difficult to know which game to be in. And therein comes the 4th suit principle. As it implies, the 4th suit, after 3 suits have been bid by you and your partner, if you or he bids the 4th suit, it could be artificial. And it is telling your partner that you have values for game. You're just not sure which game to be in. It's similar to the new minor forcing when you asked your partner to further describe his hand. And I'm going to cover new minor forcing again, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But for now, we're focused on the 4th suit. After the 4th suit is made, you cannot pass short a game. That's the key here. You have opening hand, your partner's opened, you have opening hand, you have to get the game somewhere. So that 4th suit bid can be used for all kinds of bids. It's mostly made to tell your partner, we gotta be in game. So let's look at some examples of the 4th suit bidding. Your partner has opened a diamond and you have bid a spade. Partner opens a diamond, you expect him to have at least 3, maybe 4, most of the time 4 diamonds and at least 12 high card points. When you bid a spade, you're promising at least 6 high card points and at least 4 spades. When he bids 2 clubs, I would think he's either 4-4 in the minors, or he may be, we talked about minor suit openings last week. He may have 5 clubs, but he has a 12-point high card points. So he opens the diamonds and rebids 2 clubs, because if he opens a club and rebids 2 diamonds, he's showing reverse bid. So you really don't know what he's got. But as soon as you make that 2-heart bid, which is the 4th suit, remember 3 suits have been bid, diamonds, spades, and clubs. When you, the responder, make the 4th suit, you can have something in hearts or absolutely nothing in hearts. It is artificial. It has to be alerted, and it should wake your partner up that we are going to game somewhere, and we cannot pass short of game. It's announcing to your partner, we have the values for game, and now we've got to explore for where it is. If the opener has a heart stopper, he should rebid to no trump at that point. If he doesn't, maybe he's going to bid 3 clubs. He could rebid 3 clubs. Maybe that would show 5-5 in the minors. He could rebid 3 diamonds, which might be showing 6 diamonds and 4 clubs. If he has a heart stopper, he should bid do no trump. If he happens to have 3 spades, at this point, he can say 3 spades. And because he didn't raise your spades immediately, you take him for it just 3 spades and 3 spades only. So that 2-heart bid is simply artificial. Responder could have something in hearts. He's simply telling his partner, we gotta be in game somewhere. And you, as the opener, you gotta go back and look at your hand. If you have a heart stopper, bid to no trump. If you have 3 card support for your partner in spades, when he first bids a spade, you don't know but what he's just got 4. I would bid 3 spades if I had 3. That'll tell him I have 3, and if you got 5, so that's why it's similar to the new minor forcing. You're trying to find out if I am 5-5 in the minors or 6-5 in the minors. I'll either bid 3 clubs showing 5-5 in the minors, or 3 diamonds, maybe showing 6-4 in the minors. So that's the way you respond. Let's look at the second hand. Now the second one is maybe going to cause you a small problem. I hope not, but this is the way to bid it. Your partner has opened a club, and you have bid a diamond, and your partner has bid a heart. And I have put 2 spades there with an asterisk. The 2 spade bid is the artificial bid. It is the 4th suit, and it must be alerted, and it says we are going to game. If you look down below that, and I simply bid 1 spade, now I'm showing 4 spades. It is forcing for 1 round. Of course, you cannot pass. Every time your partner bids a new suit, you cannot pass. So if it goes 1 club, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and I bid 1 spade, the opener has to make another bid. But it's forcing for 1 round only. It's forcing because I have bid a new suit and I am not a passed hand. So the only way you can show the 4th suit in that sequence of where it's been a club, a diamond, a heart, is to bid 2 spades. And there is the 4th suit. And it's saying, partner, we need to be in game. It does not say a thing about the spade holding. So the one time you have to jump like that for the 4th suit is exactly in the sequence you see there, where it's a club, a diamond, a heart. 1 spade just simply says I have 4 spades, and you have to make 1 more bid. But to show that we're going to game in that sequence, I have to bid 2 spades. That's the 4th suit. And that tells my partner, the opener, we're going to game somewhere. Now, whenever there's been a reverse bid, such as my partner opened a club and I bid a heart and she rebids 2 diamonds, that's a reverse bid. Diamonds is higher in rank than the clubs. I don't need to do 4th suit forcing. You're already in a forcing situation. So whenever you're already in a forcing situation, that 4th suit doesn't ever come into play. It only comes into play when your partner opens and you have opening hand. And you need to be in game. So when to use the 4th suit? First main time is you're looking for a stopper for a possible 3 no trump contract. So let's say your partner's opened a diamond, and this is your hand. you have 14 high card points and your partner's opened a hand. When your partner opens a diamond, she's got at least 12 high card points. She's got at least 3 to 4 diamonds. And you have 14. 14 plus 12, you gotta be in game. You know that. She doesn't know it yet. So you make the first bid of 1 heart. You want to show you have 4 hearts. When she rebids 1 spade, I think what she's showing is she has 5 diamonds and she's got 4 spades. Usually in that scenario, that's the kind of hand the opener would have. Well, you don't have but 3 spades. And she has not raised your hearts. But you know this hand has to be in game. So you bid the 4th suit, which in this case would be clubs. The 2 club bid has to be alerted. And it's telling partner, we need to be in game somewhere. So in this hand, you have 14 high card points. Your partner's open. You got to be in game. She's got at least 12 high card points. That's 26, minimum of 26 high card points. So where is the game going to be? You cannot raise your partner's spades when she rebids 1 spade because you don't have but 3. And she didn't bid 2 hearts. So she doesn't have 4 hearts. You cannot bid no trump because you don't have a club stopper. You have the 8, the 7, and the 3. So what do? You bid the 4th suit, which is clubs. It has to be alerted. Now your partner wakes up to the fact that we're going to be in game. If he has the club stopper, he will bid 2 no trump. Or he can give a delayed support for your hearts. If he has 3 of them, he can bid 3 hearts. If he doesn't have a club stopper, he can bid 3 hearts. He's got the club stopper, 2 no trump. If he doesn't, he's got 3 hearts, he can bid 3 hearts, or he can rebid one of his suits. Maybe he can rebid the diamonds to show that he had 6 diamonds and 4 spades. He could have the 6-4, 6 diamond hand and 4 spades to bid that way. But it wakes your partner up to the fact that we are going to be in game. Where is the game going to be? Hopefully, if he has the club stopper, more than likely 3 no trump is where this hand's going to play. And then the second time you want to use this 4th suit is where you're unsure where this final contract should be. So let's look at this scenario. The partner's opened a diamond. You know he has at least 4 diamonds. And you know that has at least 12 high card points. You have 13 high card points. You have opening hand yourself. So you begin by bidding 1 spade. At this point, you have just promised 6 high card points and 4 spades. Your partner rebids 2 clubs. So she's got something like 4 diamonds, 4 clubs. She could have 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. She could have 5 clubs and 4 diamonds, but not want to open a diamond and open a club and reverse into 2 diamonds, showing a big hand. So she could have a variety of different hands. If you look back to last week when I did the minor suit openings. So with this hand, you have 13 high card points. You do have a heart stopper. So you see, you could very well go ahead and bid the no trump yourself. But better way to do it is to bid 2 hearts, the 4th suit. This wakes your partner up to the fact that we are going to be in game. You would like very much to be in 4 spades. If your partner has a heart stopper, she's probably going to bid 2 no trump. You have a heart stopper, so you're okay with that. But you want to give her a chance to show if she has 3 spades. Let's say more than likely she doesn't have a heart stopper. She's at least 4-4 in the minors, maybe 5-4 in the minors, maybe even 5-5 in the minors. She may not have a heart stopper. And so her first obligation then, if she doesn't have the heart stopper, is if she has 3 spades, is to bid 3 spades. And now you're going to be in 4 spades. If she doesn't, you're going to be in 3 no. Or you may be, if she rebids her diamonds, you're going to be in a 5 diamond contract. The 2 heart bid, even though you have the heart stopper, is just trying to find out more about your partner's hand. If you didn't have but 4 spades on that hand, I think after your partner bids 2 clubs, I just simply bid 3 no trump. But the fact that you've got 5 spades, and it may play a little bit better in a 4 spade contract, is all important. And that's why you would want to go through the 2 heart, the 4th suit forcing hand. If instead of 1 diamond, 1 spade, and your partner rebid 1 no trump, I want to throw in the new minor forcing. A 2-club bid by you would be the new minor forcing, and it would be asking your partner, do you have 3 spades? Of course, if your partner had 4 hearts, he would bid that first. If he had maybe 2 or 3 hearts, but he had 3 spades, he would say 2 spades. And you're in a forcing auction there. So I wanted to throw that in the event that he had a rebid instead of 2 clubs, if he rebid 1 no trump. Okay, the opener's rebids after his partner makes that 4th suit. Well, the first thing you got to do is wake up and say, oops, we are going to be in game somewhere. Where's the game? So you have to alert it. If you don't alert it, you know that y'all are in trouble. He's forgotten the bid. So remember the protocol at the beginning. If you bid that 4th suit and your partner does not alert it, you don't make us, what's wrong with you over there? You're supposed to alert that bid. You do not say a word. Of course, he's supposed to alert it. But if he doesn't, you don't say anything. If you end up in the contract before the opening leads, you have to say there was a failure to alert director, please. So the opener, first of all, needs to recognize that it is artificial and to alert it. He alerts it. He does not explain what it means unless they ask. If they ask, you say it could be artificial. He's exploring. It is a forcing bid and it is artificial. They've asked further, just say, well, he's asking if I have a stopper, and that's it. You don't volunteer gobs of information. Succinctly as you can, you answer the question. You bid 3 no trump if you have the stopper in the 4th suit. You show 3 card support for your partner's 1st suit, or you rebid one of your suits if you have extra length there. Main thing is you gotta keep bidding until you reach game. And I want to just look at a couple of situations here. In this first practice hand, your partner's opened a diamond, and you have bid a spade, and there's your hand. You see you have the 5 spades, and you have 13 high card points, and your partner's open. You know you're going to game. So diamond by your partner, 12 points at least 3 diamonds. You bid a spade, you've got at least 4 spades and 6 points. Partner rebids 2 clubs. Now, you know that she's got diamonds and clubs. You could very well put it into 3 no trump right then. But you see, you have that 5th spade. So you would like to try to find out if your partner has, in fact, 3 card spade support. Might play a lot better in 4 spades than it will in 3 no trump. So you do so by making the 2 heart, the 4th suit bid, which has to be alerted. If your partner does not have a stopper in hearts, but has 3 spades, then she will bid 3 spades. If not, she'll rebid one of her minor suits. And you have the heart stopper, you will put it in 3 no trump. You know your partner doesn't have 3 spades with you to make the 8 card spade bid. The second hand, again, partner's opened a diamond, you have bid a spade. You have 13 high card points. This time you don't have but 4 spades. The first hand you had 5 spades. The answer here is you bid the 2 hearts, the 4th suit, and the bidding proceeds to game. You know, in this situation, you see how that differs from hand 1. Hand 1, you had 5 spades. Hand 2, you don't have but 4. You know your partner doesn't have 4 spades because she didn't bid 2 spades over your 1 spade. So more than likely, you're looking for the 3 no trump, but you don't have a heart stopper. So if she has that heart stopper, you want her bidding no trump. If she doesn't, she's going to have to, she can't, if she bids 3 spades, she's saying she's got 3 of them. Well, now you're going to have to go back and support either her diamonds or her clubs at the 4 level, but you know you're going to game somewhere. And finally, hand 3, your partner's opened a diamond, you have bid a spade. This time you don't have but 8 high card points. You have no business thinking about a game. When you bid a spade and she rebids 2 clubs, you think she's probably got 5 diamonds. You just simply bid 2 diamonds, and that's where it plays. In the third hand, you have no business doing 4th suit. 4th suit is, you don't have opening hand. You would never open hand 3. Hand 2 and hand 1, you would open. That's when you do the 4th suit, because you want to be in game somewhere. What is the best game? First hand, it might be 4 spades if your partner has 3 spades. The second hand, 3 no trump if your partner has a heart stopper. The third hand, you just take preference for 2 diamonds, her diamond suit over her club suit. And now let's finish up. I promise you, we are finishing up here. In this scenario, your partner, and this is you hold the hand. You have 13 high card points, single and spade, 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, and 3 clubs. You have 13 high card points. You would open this hand 1 heart. And let's say your partner bids a spade. He's promising at least 4 spades and 6 plus high card points, 6 points. And you rebid 2 diamonds. All right. You are showing 5 hearts, 4 diamonds. Could be more than 4 diamonds. If you're 5-5, you're going to open the heart first, but he's got at least 4 diamonds, maybe only 3. But you're limiting your hand to 12 to 14 high card points when you rebid 2 diamonds. You are not showing any support for the spade suit. Now, if your partner bids 3 clubs, alert. That is the 4th suit forcing. At this point, you don't have support for spades. You do have a club stopper. You have the king jack of clubs. You should put this contract into 3 no trump. That's the best contract. You can't support his spades. He hasn't supported your hearts. This contract will be 3 no trump because you have the club stopper. The second hand, in this hand, you are the opener. Again, you have 15 high card points on this one. You can't open a no trump with this. I would not open a no trump with this. I would open 1 heart again. Your partner bids a spade. And you rebid 2 diamonds as before. And he bids 3 clubs, the 4th suit. Your first obligation, you do have a club stopper. You do have that single and ace of clubs. But look at your hand. You have 3 spades. Let him know you have the club stopper, but let him know you've got 3 spades. So bid 3 spades. If he's got 5 spades, he's going to put it in 4 spades, a much better contract than playing this thing in 3 no trump, despite the fact that you do have a club stopper. After that 1 ace is gone, you do not have any more club stoppers. And unless he's got something in the club suit, you may be in trouble. All right, the third hand, here you are 5-5. You will open the heart first. In this last hand, you had 15 high card points. You will open the heart first. Your partner bids a spade. And you rebid 2 diamonds. Although you do have 15 high card points at this point, I think I'd just say 2 diamonds. I don't think you want to be bidding 3 diamonds on this hand. Some people will, but I wouldn't. But when your partner now bids 3 clubs, you don't have a club stopper. You don't have a 2 spades, but you do have a 5th diamond. So I would rebid 3 diamonds on this hand and telling my partner I'm at least 5-5 in the minors. I may be 6-5. I'm at least 5 hearts and at least 5 diamonds. I could be 6 hearts and 5 diamonds. But you see, you can't bid 3 no trump because you do not have the club stopper. And your partner now, the responder, is going to have to look back at his hand and decide what to do. He could very well have a club stopper. Next week, I want to look at defensive bids, types, tips and strategies that I did not cover back in January and February and March. And then I want to cover when you are telling your partner you have something in the suit, or a bid when you are asking your partner, do you have something in that suit? So I want to do a little bit there. And the following week after that, I'm going to do a little bit more with telling and asking bids. So let me go ahead and stop record.